yeah. So I returned an item. I think I'm talking about on the one that we're in backwards. So you guys will hear this in backwards order. But so I got that Fishman EQ pedal that
Hmm.
they have, and really good pedal for a lot of people. It literally did nothing. Not a
It was
thing.
in my last. It was in the last episode, the last one I
Oh, it
edited
was?
and
Okay.
posted.
So it
Yeah.
was out. Okay. So the truth of the matter is, I got it in. I got it. I finally got to use it. I took it to a rehearsal. Thank God first. I didn't make the assumption that it was going to work. Took it in, pulled it into or plugged it into the PA, fired it up. Nothing. Nothing. The EQ didn't change anything. I made sure that I had the settings. I had to pull out the little manual, which is like 2 pages long, which states the obvious. Make sure it's in guitar mode. Make sure you
So
turn your.
you think it was bad or
It might have been. I was talking to my rep. He said it might have been bad. He goes, "I'm sorry, I had a bad, um, uh, that I had a bad experience," but I wasn't interested in getting a replacement at that point. I was in a position of I'm just pissed off. I got this thing to do a certain. This is the thing that I wanted to make clear, and I don't think I made it clear enough when I bought it. And I didn't research it enough. This is my fault. I didn't research enough to know it wouldn't fix the problem I wanted. And that is, there's a lot of. This is the thing about that pedal. That's a great pedal. If you send it out the 1/4 inch, guess what it does on the XLR side? Not a fucking thing.
it just converts it to,
Okay,
and then you use the mic pre's on the board?
that's
Okay,
right.
that makes sense. I mean, to an extent, because a lot of people would want to use the EQ on the board and then maybe have the 1/4 inch out signal. So I'm just trying to think about that. Does it send out balanced 1/4 inch, or is it just?
Yeah. So balanced or unbalanced. I don't know if it's balanced or unbalanced, to be honest with you, because it's in a cardboard box at
Well,
FedEx
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. But I'm just
But
thinking about that. I'm like, then why the hell would you even need it? You're just EQing your guitar and then sending it out into an
that's what I said. It's
instrument
not
level
doing
input.
anything. And the other side of it is, yeah, that's just it though. You're EQing the guitar and setting it on an instrument, and you have a boost at your feet. So it's kind of like being the sound man at your feet. But the problem I have is I wanted to set it to XLR and
That's
set
a
it to the
dumb
board.
device.
Yeah, and so XLR to the board, really all does is, you know, okay, there's a balanced output. It went from unbalanced to balanced. You're welcome. Okay, but I
I'm
hit the boost button
flabbergasted.
literally, yeah. And so the boost button, which would be your solo mode, right? I'm gonna go do a solo. So you have a balance control on the side. Or I mean, I'm sorry, a boost control to decide how much boost you want. It's just a little pot you literally
Yeah.
turn with your fingernail or with a guitar pick or whatever. um, sorry, my allergies are killing me. Um, and I set the bet, and it didn't do anything. And so I read the book, and it goes, "Oh yeah, going out the XLR doesn't do anything. Doesn't make any changes." Well, why did I buy it? It's
Yeah, that's
three
not a DI
hundred and
box.
twenty-five dollars, and I didn't pay that. He got me a great deal, but still,
I mean, that's barely a DI box at that
it's
point.
barely a DI box. I can go spend $25 for a DI box
Well, I
or
mean, to get a
$50.
quality one, you're going to spend $100.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I mean, that's
a
kind of
powered
crazy.
DI box. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
when I went. All
you
right,
have a preamp in your guitar though, right? Like it's got a battery and
yeah,
everything, so it's active. So
yeah,
you would only need a pat. Yeah, you'd be like $100. You could get one of the better
yeah,
ones for $100, and
yeah.
you should be fine. And like that's the whole benefit of that is that you would get the EQ from the device. But basically,
So
what that
that
tells
you're
me is
taking.
that's intended for passive pickups to run through there and then get your instrument level out.
That's right. That's what it tells me. It's for passive.
Oh, that doesn't
Um,
make any sense though. Nobody
no,
runs
because
passive pickups
who has
anymore.
passive pickups? Well, banjo players, people like that.
Yeah, but
Um,
oh,
yeah, it's definitely not for and passive basses because that's bass mode. And so I get it. It would have been great for the bass, but I wasn't using it for the bass. I use my bass amp for the bass. So honestly, it was a lot of money that I was like, well,
I would have
this is
returned it.
useless to me because I'm not going to use it. What am I going to send the quarter inch out to? And then Drake says, well, you could send it to your amp. I'm like, this is not going to my amp. I'm not sending it to an amplifier. If I was going to buy an amplifier, I'd have bought a Fishman Loud box and I'd been done with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's to me, that's up here. That's a great,
It's a great
you go
piece. It's
Fishman
probably the best one under $500 for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I would have done. I would have taken the same amount of money, put a little more into it, and got a Fishman Loud box, which I still might do.
Yeah.
But for what I was doing with it, because then a Fishman Loud box, then I could send that DI out. Oh, now you're taking my DI out of that. It's not going to bypass everything. Now I've had a little control over my DI.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
bad.
that sucks. Nobody wants to go through a product situation like that. And maybe I'm not understanding. Maybe we're not understanding what the purpose of that product was, and that.
Right.
But like, that doesn't seem right to me at all. That
Yeah.
that the XLR out is not affected. Usually, if that's going to be the case, like you have a selector switch,
Yep.
for
Yep. Like you turn it off.
dry
pre-post.
or analog dry through or that kind of thing. So, well, that's going to be a
Yep.
short segment. There's not really a whole lot to add there. That just sounds crazy to me. So, but
So
the return process with Sweetwater is fine, right? I mean, that's
It's
just
great. It's great.
box
I
it
mean,
up, send it back.
I'll pay for the return. It'll be a few bucks, but I don't care about that. It was an experience that I unfortunately
That's the rental
I didn't
fee.
enjoy. But yeah, I tried it and it wasn't what I was hoping it was, and that was. And he did say to me, he said, "Did you try pre and post EQ?" And maybe that would have helped me as far as the EQ side of it. But the problem was I wanted to be able to do a boost so I could hit a boost and play a solo. So I wound up doing the gig with the Strat and the Les Paul, okay, which looks, in this lighting, it looks like I got P90s, but those are the regular.
Yeah,
those
they're
are,
the regular old silvers.
they're the chrome looking like they're white in this reflection. But which now that I'm looking at, I'm like, wow, maybe I should put some P90s in that. But anyway,
No.
if I put a P90s in anything, I'd probably put P90s in the double cut. But anyway, so I did the gig with my my electrics and my twin, which that's the double cut in the case because there's not enough
Yeah.
hangers right now to put the double cut out. But I got a hanger we're working on, and I might go like in between these two or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard because the wall is only 11
You're running
feet
out of space.
wide. And
Yes.
I'm running out of space.
You can't
and that means
store
anything goes
everything on the
in,
wall.
anything goes in, goes out. So before I finish my little segment, I was thinking about selling the double cut and getting, listen to this, the most useless guitar on the market. An Epiphone double neck 12-string, 6-string. But I decided against it.
Yeah, you don't want one of those, the ES 175s or whatever they are.
Yeah, they're called G1275s or something. But yeah, I believe me, part of me wants one just to have one. But that's like saying I want, a statue of something. I mean, it's not. It wouldn't get used as a guitar often enough to make a difference. So
Okay.
I could get a Funko Pop.
Yeah.